Grand rising, grand rest, grand evening, grand afternoon, wherever you are, beloved cosmic familia. Let's get started. This is going to be whatever comes out kind of sesh because I'm feeling that hunch that a lot needs to come out. So there are going to be multiple parts for this session today. So be on the lookout for more than one video drop. Before we get started, we're going to say a quick prayer. Dear source of all that is, was, and will ever be, I thank you today and each and every day for all that you do and all that you do through me. I call upon you at this time to guide me in summoning the angels of the highest white light and the ascended masters through you from within for protection, guidance, as well as clear, concise communication at this time. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever God is, all is well. As within, so without. And so it is, so it is, so it is. Yes, here we go. 143 on the timer as I finish. That means I love you, love you, love you. Yes, that's code for I love you. Y'all remember before cell phones when everybody had beepers? That's where that came from. 143. That's right. 143 translates to I love you. And I truly do. I don't have to like you, but I love you. And so it is. All right. So we're actually going to go into the secret language of animals first today, because the energy that comes from this deck for us, the collective, is going to be what gets the juices flowing, flowing, flowing. Yes. So, word in the astrals is it's time to change our routines up a little bit in terms of how we start our day. Whenever we start our day, whether we are morning morning people or nocturnal beings, how we begin our day is requiring a significant shift, especially anything that you tune into after your morning routine meditations, whatever it is that you do to get motivated and driven for the day. And this message comes through like directly from source. It's almost like, I don't really want to say a warning, but more like a heads up. Because some morning shows, some early daytime programming that has been implemented for quite some time now is not just losing its appeal. There's a reason for this. This is that niggling feeling inside of us telling us, whoa, bro, sis, bro, they have been infiltrated. Something snatched their body, and they are going down the very same rabbit hole that they preach against. So, yeah, what's happening is what started out seemingly as like lucrative information and content, it's like the energy, frequency, and vibration started to drop. And I'm going to tell you why. Anxiousness set in first and foremost. And it was due to the beginning stages of this infiltration. That anxiousness turned into fear. That fear turned into guilt and shame. And the reaction to the guilt and shame resulted in gossip. Do you see the pattern here? Because I do, and so does Source. Yes. Once you activate that indigo chakra, basically between the heart and the crown, once this has been activated, there's no going back. Everybody has off days. But these charlatans and these frauds and these gossipers cannot escape the real deal. Either which way you go, if you're shaking hands with the shadow, then that's what you're bargaining for, and that's what you're going to get, and vice versa, as the equal and opposite is also true. Meaning, if you aim for the Most High, understand that we are all one, that we all are connected in this time matrix, and you choose true ascension over a bona fide lie, you're smooth sailing. Even with the choppy waters, smooth sailing. All right, now let's go into the cards, since we are, over 7.5 minutes in with these messages. Let's go into the secret language of animals for some energy to get this flow. Out comes the bee. It represents numerous different things, okay? Creativity, purpose, harvest, and devotion. In the northern hemisphere, we are in harvest season. But also in the southern hemisphere, we're going into creativity, cultivation season. Time to turn the soil and create. In order to create, we have to what? We have to cultivate. First, we replenish the soil by doing that burnout and that turnover. And then we turn the soil again and we plant these seeds. So it's coming into planting season for some parts of the world, but also harvest season in other parts of the world. This is the way of understanding receiving. And it's one way to understand receiving, because there are other ways of receiving. But in harvest season, the receiving is the reaping of what was sowed. And in this session, try not to attach too much emotion to that statement, reaping what you sow, because it has multiple meanings and it is just very flexible in terms of context. These frauds and charlatans are the first to manipulate knowledge into their own agenda, being out for themselves. We're being given the heads up about this, and we're being guided to gravitate towards like-minded, who will actually show respect and reverence towards our soul's purpose as we also return that gesture. So creativity and harvest are really super duper standing out with this B card. Some parts of the world are turning the soil. Other parts of the world we're witnessing a falling away as the trees transition, as they go into chameleon mode and shift their colors, and then the leaves fall away. This is like a shedding of sorts. So we're being guided to shed. We're being guided to shed those low energy, low frequency, low vibe programs that went from lucrative to lacking, from gospel to gossip. Message. Okay, we have 3 cards out now. The Eagle. Vision, freedom, authority, and inspiration. So we had a vision, and by way of this vision, we're being guided to take back our authority and decline participation in this gossip. Decline it. It's one thing to be curious and to want to know things. It's another thing entirely to just be solely interested in talking about others and tearing them down and passing the word. The gossip has fallen on a wise ear. And instead of trying to destroy the source of the gossip, as only God can do that, that's on source. That's on the great I am. That's on the source of all that is, was, and will ever be. We make a graceful exit. So your mission and assignment, your assignment on your mission for today is to find the nearest exit sign from this gossip. We also have the white pelican. Ease, optimism, grace, and cooperation. Interestingly enough, I said that we need to gracefully find the nearest exit. Dramatic exits are not necessary. Just depart, and Source will sort out the rest. And we have Giant Panda, innocence, gentleness, harmony, and balance. And that is what we are being guided to move towards. That is what we are being guided to be in agreement with, to be an alliance for. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Lion, power, loyalty, leadership, and family. Call back your power. Call back your energy, beloveds. Be loyal to Source. Be loyal to our mission, which is to know thyself first, embarking on our soul's journey to restore peace worldwide. And from there, universally, cosmically, it's not just about planet Earth, but it's where we are at this time, is planet Earth. So we're being guided to work from where we are. Continue to do the work from where we are. And guard your resources. Say a prayer of protection over your family. Yes, crayfish, protection, perseverance, vulnerability, and regeneration. That is the second card. To clarify, yep, second card to clarify my channeled messages that are just coming through as we sit here. Protection, safety, first. Cover your crowns. Call back your energy. Summon protection. The taking action part is when we actually, cover ourselves. Wear light colored clothing. Perhaps some of you may even be feeling led to do a bit of fasting along with your prayer, to do a bit more shedding, as more of what needs to be shed will come through for you intuitively. The angels speak by way of these intuitions coming through. And you're going to know what to let go, because these answers will come through during this fasting and prayer process. And if they don't come through right away, just be mindful of practice. Keep going, keep doing it. But don't become obsessed, because when you go into obsession mode, down goes that energy, down goes that frequency, down goes that vibration. Because you're coming out of harmony into chaos by inviting fear, anxiety, restlessness. And we're being guided to steer away from that immediately with the dragonfly. Magic, spontaneity, immediacy, and change. So yes, this change in how you start your day and who and what you engage with first thing is not only requiring your attention, but conscious action. Immediate conscious action. All right. I don't have any other decks out. So let's see here. What should I reach for next? Okay, I'm thinking that the Angel Tarot would be the appropriate choice in this matter. I would like to mention when I use this deck to not become affixed necessarily to the images of the angels, because although the art is absolutely stunning, it does not necessarily depict an actual factual image of an angel. I felt guided multiple times to mention that. Just focus more on the message than the appearance at this time. I just heard, if it looks like a snack, it's getting ready to attack. Watch out for the Jezebels and the Judases, because they are running rampant. Running rampant. One more shuffle. And a split. Move my guidebook off to the side because I'm not really feeling the need to reach for it at this time. Oops. Alright, and then here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Splitting the deck the correct way is important. And never mind the spitters who are so petty that they make fun of people for knocking on their deck. Because they too are a charlatan, a fraud, a trickster, and they fake the funk. Oh yeah. Because this is their Lord of their vices. That is the Lord of their vices. Dude, I would run from anybody who spits all over their house. Like, seriously. Whoops. Alright. Oh, and out comes the 4 of fire. Interestingly enough, it's synchronizing with this harmony ever so perfectly. So this is confirmation that we are being guided towards how do I put this? What makes us light up. We're being guided towards what makes us light up. Of course, we already know when we're well versed, when it's not our first rodeo, that we go within. Ignite that Templar, and we will go far. So, with this 4 of fire, the collective is more focused on their peace of mind. You, beloveds, we are far more focused on our peace of mind. Also, not so much about escaping disharmony as it is to be mindful not to create disharmony. And, oops, clearly this card is relevant, so it's coming in next. Okay. Okay. Spirit, come through. Anyways. We are here to be the harbingers of harmony. And every single one of our voices is relevant. Because that's how we create harmony. The card that decided to enter the building is the moon in reverse. So, what was once in the dark is no longer behind the scenes. It has been brought to the light. Sometimes truth being brought to the light can pertain to people, places, things, and situations that we never thought for a single second would be the culprits of destruction, chaos, and disharmony. In the Christian world, they call that the devil's work. But we are releasing old paradigms. Especially when they've been messed with. And that too has been brought to the light. Yes, at the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Earth. Unity, baby. Yeah. Unity. Unity consciousness, baby. That's what's up. You gotta be a team player. Or you can go park it on the bench. Gots to be a team player, better together. Yeah. Better. Together. Yes. And there's another message with this. As there is always room for improvement. As they are all working together, they are also boosting one another's creativity. Instead of being part of a crowd, so to speak, or so-called community, spiritual community, everyday life community, whatever. Because it's whatever. We're being guided to discern so that we can recognize when that community is corrupt. They don't truly support each other. They're just there for the gossip. Yeah, like they get a rise off of this gossip. Communities are being infiltrated all over the place by these shadow beings, beloveds. How would I put this? The other creed, the dark creed, the false matrix, They don't even know that they're actively engaging in it. But how were we to know of it if we didn't show up for it? Instead of tearing one another down or tearing others down as they do in some of these communities, we're going to dip, dodge, and weave. Like, not up in here. Stat, not up in here. They don't even know that these false leaders are gathering them so that this leader, so to speak, can siphon their energy so that they can get through the day. So, we're being guided to be more on board with unity through diversity, co-creating, cooperating. Spiritual warfare is upon us. Yes. Back into the deck we go. 32 minutes in. Wow. Challenging information. You got that right. Page of Air. Oh, thanks, Spirit. It's saying truth delivered without tact. Oh, my goodness. Well, it can be kind of heartbreaking when what you thought was your own soul tribe is being heavily infiltrated. Yeah. By Draconians. Created by none other than the Mothman. I pray that you never have to experience the evidence of what I just mentioned. These dragons mixed with insectoids. Posing as human beings. They have a new Earth agenda of their own. But it involves major catastrophe, destruction. As you can see, there is a pattern, even in the man-made and man-presented history, of destruction that is being propagated as for the betterment of all. But our mother planet is telling us, no, you don't have to burn me at the stake or drown me to make a point. But I will say, you're hurting yourselves far more. Because this solid as a rock foundation is going to be here long after this makeup, so to speak, of humanity. Part of shedding the old is also shedding false creeds and teachings. And this means discerning certain concepts that have been applied even in religion, beloves. Humanity has been manipulated by the ones we look up to or used to look up to. Thought that we saw something transformative, a major shift in another, who we thought went from being low to awakening and ascending, and it was all a front. All they did was learn the right things to say to us so that we would rally around them and hang on every word they say. The first time I was infiltrated, I was 3+1. Trusted church members. You feel me? Nine of Earth at the bottom. We spent enough time in contemplation, or the collective is about to spend some time in contemplation. Spending time alone, where all we have is what we know. But then start to not just peel off and discard the old, but to continue peeling away like an onion, or unfolding like a rose. The more attuned we truly are to our clairs, the more we recognize that even some of our loved ones throughout our life experiences are not good for us. We'll just say they are the ones going the wrong way, so to speak. Two of Earth in reverse. Yeah. The decision has already been made. It's done. It's over with. Yep, right behind that we have the Queen of Fire. We are, our confidence has been restored. We are at our wits' end with underestimating ourselves. It's time to start asserting ourselves more creatively. And out comes that message of grace. Graceful exit, beloved. As we release and create space, 4114 on the timer as I said that, we do what? We make more room to expand with grace. What I say. I'm feeling guided to read on the star card, and that is how we are going to close this message. Thank you, Source, Great I Am, Source of all that is, was, and will ever be. Go ahead. Wish upon a star. The angels say you have every reason to feel hope and happy expectation. Believe in your dreams and look to your future with optimism, excitement, and confidence. Challenging times are now behind you and brighter times are ahead. Make your plans with a long view in mind. Now is the time to envision your life the way you want it to be and to take action in that direction. The expectations you create for yourself are planted in fertile soil. Trust and follow your intuition as it's right on target. The star card is, this is our sense of purpose. Our soul's purpose. A beyond giddy, fresh start, beloveds. When you know, you know. We are on the right path, or you soon will be. Archangel Jophiel is the angel of optimism who helps us develop a sunshiny outlook and attitude. Call upon Jophiel to help you celebrate your victories and stay optimistic about your future. That is your message. Thank you so very much for tuning in. If you made it this far, you're a rock star. With much gratitude and appreciation. Brightest blessings.